Does it seem to you like the Niners are setting up Trey Lance and Sam Darnold to fail on Sunday? I'm going to set the scene. Brock Purdy's their guy. They don't want anyone to question him. He is the real deal, the franchise guy. They don't want it to be Sam Darnold. They don't want it to be Trey Lance. They've put all their chips behind Brock. They want him to look good. He's the guy. And so today, he got all the reps. He's not going to play in the preseason. At least in preseason game number 1. Trey Lance and Sam Darnold will. So those two guys will have their opportunity in the game, on camera, in front of the world to showcase themselves. Which is like great, right? Like that's a great opportunity for them. Yeah, only problem is neither one really got to practice today. They warmed up. They threw like 2 or 3 passes each in 11 on 11s and a few passes in 7 on 7s, but that's not a real day. Not even a half day. It's like a fraction. It's 1/16th day. And then they get the day off and then they play a football game. Is either one really prepared? Or are both guys going to go in there and struggle because they didn't really practice this week? And if they struggle, does that just validate the Niners handing the starting job to Brock Purdy? Yes. So I don't think the Niners really give a damn how Sam Darnold and Trey Lance look in preseason. Just as long as Brock Purdy's the guy and everyone understands it, cool. Trey, you want to go out and, prove us wrong? Good luck. But you're not going to be particularly prepared for it. And neither will you be, Sam. You know why? Who cares? Because this backup quarterback competition is just a farce and no one really cares about it. And we're totally sold on Brock and he's the real deal franchise quarterback. So good luck, guys. Do well or don't. Who cares? But you have my vote of confidence. I'm giving you 65% of my attention. I'm kind of paying attention to what you guys are doing on the field. But really I'm thinking about Brock Purdy being the best around. No one's going to ever take him down. I don't think the Niners are actively trying to make Trey Lance and Sam Darnold play worse. I just don't think they care. Oh, if we give all the reps to Brock today, maybe Sam and Trey won't necessarily be fully prepared to put their best foot forward on Sunday. And the Niners and Kyle say, oh, who cares? I don't care. Some other team might care that Trey Lance isn't fully prepared because they wanted to trade for him. But I don't want to trade Trey. I know that Trey's pretty good and he's going to probably be good somewhere else and I don't have what it takes to coach him, but I'm not going to admit that now. So I don't know. I feel like you got to temper your expectations for Sam Darnold and Trey Lance this Sunday because they didn't freaking do anything today. Nothing. They've been on the shelf. I don't know. I think it's a very interesting decision to just hand the job to a guy who admits he's not fully 100% healthy. Why? Because he won 7 games? Cool. Seems like a bad decision. I don't know. I had Raiders beat writers coming up to me being like, look, I respect the Niners, okay? Look, I respect the Niners. But I was expecting to see a little more. Is it fair to say that? Like, yes. Is it fair to say, like, what's going on with this team? I'm like, well, they don't have a quarterback. And people are like, yeah, I think I see that. That's the last thing. Like, people were talking about, the Niners are so arrogant. Like, it was a foregone conclusion that Brock Purdy was going to go down to the desert and light up the Raiders. But it was really an opportunity for Trey Lance to put on a showcase for himself and play well and show the Raiders and all the non-biased, impartial journalists that he's really good. Well, he didn't get an opportunity to do that because they didn't really let him play. But what they did do is raise major questions about the guy they've anointed as their starting quarterback. Brock Purdy, excuse me. Doesn't it feel like Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones, then talked himself into Trey Lance, then immediately talked himself out of Trey Lance and wished he got Mac Jones, and now has his version of Mac Jones and Brock Purdy? I mean, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, 6'1", half dozen the other. What's the difference? Brock Jones, Mac Purdy, same thing. They have the same haircut. They do. Anyway, good luck, Sam. Good luck, Trey. No one on the team seems to care what you do, but we're watching. Your parents are watching, and they care. So do it for them. Do it for us. Ethan M. Let Trey cook. Mike drops with Mansa. Is Kyle watching your show and taking it out on Lance? Sure as hell seems like it. Maybe. If so, I'm sorry, Trey. It's my fault. Bill says, will you not be invited to Cabo? You will not be invited to Cabo next year. Damn. Joaquim says, I don't understand why there isn't more concern over Purdy's interceptions in camp. A lot of content creators are giving him a pass. He had this issue in college. Last year, defenders just drop his easy picks. Because he's the greatest quarterback the Niners have had since Joe Montana. I don't see how you can argue that. He won 7 games. That's all you need to know. Did you not see the games that he won last year, Joaquim? 7! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it was 6, I could understand some skepticism. But 7? That's it. That's how you get it. I've seen enough. He's great. It's great. Kyle agrees with me. Do you disagree with Kyle Shanahan about quarterbacks? Are you kidding? Ricardo Ruiz says, didn't Kyle say these scrimmages mean more than the preseason game? So it is a big deal with all those picks. Yeah, if they were actually evaluating Brock, but he's the only one on this team who's above any type of evaluation right now. Trey, Sam, they can't do anything right enough, but Brock, the real deal. Jay Good, old but gold Brody, pull-ups keep you young. Thank you. Remember for 12 months, Niners the Empire, thank you. KS and JO only need about 5 to 7 games to crown a quarterback. If you lose your first start as the Niners quarterback, you're out. You freaking stink. But if you win like 5 or 6 games, you just might be going to the Hall of Fame. And we wonder how the Niners haven't found a quarterback in 20 years. Well, how many starters will play Sunday with Trey Sam? Not a whole lot. Maybe none. Any food videos from Vegas Grant? Maybe tomorrow. I've been working my butt off and I'm going to take a shower after this. And I already ate lunch. And it was just a club sandwich. It was good though. I like a club sandwich. Like when I go to Denny's, it's club sando and curly fries all day. Are you kidding? Also, I love Denny's. Don't let anyone talk shit about Denny's. I love diners in general. If you have like one of those diner seats, it's going to be a good time. Give me club sando. Chicken Caesar. Maybe let BP lose games before trashing him. He did lose one. The NFC Championship game. Remember that? He lost. Kaepernick won his when he was in his first year starting. Niners rule says so what you're saying is that the Niners are stacked except maybe the quarterback. No, they have the real deal. The next Steve Young and Trey Lance, they're set. It's just Kyle now. Kyle said it himself. The issue wasn't quarterback. The issue was him. That's what Kyle said. He has the real deal at quarterback. He loves Colton McKivitz. The only issue is Kyle, according to Kyle. That's his logic. No more excuses. It used to be Jimmy. That was Kyle's. That was what he was implying after games when they lost. He'd be like, this guy sucks. Not anymore. It's all Kyle. I appreciate Kyle for putting himself under the microscope. Niners rule 110. Good God. I didn't have to read it twice, though. That's it. That's all I got for the show. 37 minutes. I like to keep my instant reactions short. Snap time. Right there. See that? I'm sleeping right there. Me. You know what really pissed me off? So I got here to my hotel, and I don't like staying at casinos because they all smell like cigarettes, whatever, and like the rooms aren't that nice because they want you to gamble and I don't gamble. I just want to stay at a freaking hotel. I'm not telling you where I'm staying. But I got here, and they didn't have my room. They tried to give me like double beds and stuff. I was like, excuse me. That's not what I ordered. And I'm a Platinum Elite member? Excuse me. My favorite, I think one of my favorite movies is White Chicks, where the two black guys go in whiteface and they become girls. And they're like the first thing they do is they go to the Hamptons and they go to like, they check in some really nice hotel and they don't have a room. And they try to like, you know, like strong arm their way into a room. And they get really mad at the people working behind the desk. And they're like, I'm going to write a letter. They're like, no, don't do that. They're like, I am a white woman in America. If you really want to get someone's attention and scare someone, just say, I am a white woman in America. Great movie. You should see that. White Chicks. I think it really tackles a lot of tough topics in our society. Came out about 20 years ago, but I think it carries over. The Wayans brothers. It's really not a comedy. I think it's a social critique, I would say. What's the deal with joint live stream with the Beast? I don't know. He left today. I don't know. I saw him the other day. We've been kicking it. I love Ryan. He's a great guy. I'm tired as hell. You could tell. White Chicks is one of the best movies ever. I don't give a damn. It's so good. Terry Crews, great in that movie. It's way too good in that movie. Every scene in that movie is iconic. Tell me I'm wrong. Did the sister from, was it Dexter is in that movie? She's good. It's a great movie. They used to play it on Comedy Central like every Friday. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going out tonight. White Chicks is on. Have to watch it again. For the social commentary. I'd love to be a teacher. Social studies, 11th grade. And we're watching White Chicks today. Now, this movie came out about 25 years ago, but it carries on.